views and opinions on Talk of the Town are those of the individuals. They do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Access Communications.
Hello, my name is Stephen Rozowski and welcome to the Saskatchewan Abilities Council. I'm the operations manager here at the Yorkton branch and I'll be touring you through our recycling operations today.
Can you tell us where we are?
Sure thing, Cole. Our first stop on our tour is the Sarcan Depot. That's located at 144 Ball Road. And if you're unfamiliar with Sarcan, Sarcan is a beverage recycling program which accepts all deposit items such as your pop cans, your pop bottles, milk jugs, those types of items. There's 71 Sarcans in the province. This is one of them. So for example, Kamsack has a depot, Kenora has a depot. This depot, anyone is welcome. If you're not from Yorkton, you're welcome to use this depot. The only requirement is that you're a Saskatchewan resident.
Well, that's cool. You know, and as we were talking earlier, it's people, you know, you put your stuff in the recycling bin and you don't think about it. And it's fascinating, the process that goes on. And so I'm glad that you're going to take us behind the scenes here.
Yeah, sure thing. This particular stop, the Sarcan Depot, these are the items that you get money back for. Throughout the tour, I'll be showing you areas such as cardboard and paper where you don't get money back for them, but I'll kind of show you what happens to them. And we'll hopefully enlighten our viewers. Facility has several trays. You bring in your recyclables. One of our friendly customer service staff here will assist you with your order. You'll dump it out. They'll sort it out into the different grades, aluminum and plastic and milk cartons and etc. From that, you'll get paid back the deposit that you paid at the store for these items.
And these items here, this is primarily a sorting area then, right?
Yes, Sarcan, the Sarcan Depot is more of a sorting site. So it's the first line to get that item from the resident into the recycling stream. This is where we receive them, sort them, and it gets loaded up and sent off to a processing site in Regina.
And you're basically working with metal, aluminum, and
Yep.
And plastics.
Yeah, plastic bottles, aluminum cans, apple juice containers. We accept electronics. There's a paint exchange program as well. So for more information on exactly what Sarcan takes, if you've got the internet at home, Sarcan has a great website and it lists off every single thing that they will take and will not take.
And so, say something like the aluminum cans. You don't process the aluminum. You basically compact it here once it's sorted.
Yeah.
And where do you send it?
Well, the cans are all squashed down and put into tote bags, and they get sent to Regina to a Sarcan processing facility. And I believe Sarcan has an exclusive contract with Coca-Cola. So all the cans that come in through the depot are going back to Coca-Cola processing.
Oh, okay. So it's true recycling then. It's being recycled back into what it was originally. Okay. So
yes.
so you're not selling it to make cars or anything, or?
No, not the aluminum. Some of the other items, the plastic, the pop bottles, that kind of stuff. It's more than likely made into other items other than bottles. Fortunately, here in Yorkton, we're not tasked with the responsibility of figuring out kind of what it gets turned into. We're more that first point of contact, getting the item from you into the recycling stream.
Well, and this is a beautiful facility. It's large, it's clean, and you're right, the staff is incredibly friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. We trying to have happy staff. Here at the Abilities Council, we've got kind of the two mandates, mission, create some jobs for people of all abilities, and finances. We're trying to run a business and good customer service, clean building. We want to have customers have an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, and almost without saying, it's going to like the most worthwhile cause ever, right? Helping out people with abilities and saving the environment. I mean,
Yeah.
could there be anything better than that?
You know, it's a win-win. I think Sarcan, I believe, celebrated their 25th anniversary. So Sarcan has been around a long time. As I mentioned outside, there's 71 depots in the province.
That's
So
huge.
they've got a big footprint. They've got a very, very good program.
Absolutely. And here at the Abilities Council, you also manufacture things. You make things here, don't you, as well?
Yes, the Abilities Council does make things. We have over in our at the Parkland Ability Center, we have a training center. We manufacture various things with lots of sewing. We make a lot of different bags. We sell services such as paper shredding, collating. If you have a big mail out you want to do, bring it all down and we'll stuff the envelopes, seal envelopes, get them off in the mail, that type of stuff.
Okay, and just one thing before we go check out a little bit more of the process, which is ultimately cool. Are there any ground rules for bringing stuff in?
Caps off.
Caps off.
Caps off the bottles, and the cleaner the better. You got to remember, we got people who have to touch this and handle your recycling. So, we do have the ability to reject your order if it's contaminated with garbage. We just won't process it.
Right. You got to think of the employee's safety, right? Some
Exactly.
people, they might get turned off by that, but then when they see, oh yeah, people are handling this. It's not just machines, right?
Yeah.
There's human beings here, and
Absolutely.
yeah. Okay, well, let's go check out the machines.
Cool. All that machine is doing is just compacting that container into a more dense form. We've got to transport this tote back to Regina. So the more you can get in a bag, we're making the best bang for the buck for the transportation.
And so all these totes are they specifically designed for this purpose?
Yeah, they're absolutely. They're Sarcan. Provincially, they provide us with all the tools we need to run the depot, and so basically they'll load this tote bag onto a trailer. When that trailer's full of containers, it heads back to Regina, and another empty trailer comes, and we fill it up again.
You fill it up again, yeah.
Every day we fill up a trailer.
And it doesn't take very long, really. Like you put the stuff in the machine, and it was like all the other end in
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
a couple of minutes.
Well, we process about 9 million containers a year at this depot. So
Whoa, right here.
at this depot, yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Wow. Okay, well, let's check out what else we got here.
Sure.
Now, this is the older facility, though, right? This is your original facility?
This facility was built, I believe, in the year 2000. And it was designed as your one-stop recycling center. And it housed the Sarcan depot, which we just toured. And behind me was the paper recycling program. And it has recently moved out of this space. We've outgrown the space. And that'll be later on in the tour. We'll get to see the new facility, which is very impressive.
That'll be awesome. And you just opened that like a few months ago, then?
We just had our official grand opening in October. We've been in there just about a year or so working in the building, but we've got some brand new processing equipment, state-of-the-art stuff, very impressive stuff.
Well, Steve, let me ask you. You're working here with the machinery and everything, and you got forklifts moving on. What are some of the dangers inherent in working here? Like, what do you got to watch out for?
Well, absolutely. There's moving equipment, there's machinery. Everyone is trained on the safety, our safe work practices. We've got personal protective equipment. Everyone is wearing steel-toed shoes, ear protection because of the noise. Everyone is trained, and safety is key number one. If you ever come to the depot Fridays at noon, you'll see that we're closed. Every Friday at noon, there's a team meeting, and that kind of stuff is discussed.
Oh, that's great. Okay, a company that looks after their employees. That's
Absolutely, safety is important. And next, we're at the used oil drop-off station, and what this is a center for residents to bring back any used oil they may have. If you'd like to do your oil changes yourself at home in the garage and you don't know what to do with that oil, bring it down to 144 Ball Road right next to Sarcan, and one of our staff will help you out and get rid of that oil for you and the container.
And don't put it in your backyard, people.
Yeah, don't put it in the back alley.
Yeah, exactly.
And all this, we have a big holding tank, a service out of Regina, and Envirotech will come in here as we need it, maybe once a month, and they'll empty out our tank for us and pay us a little bit of money for that used oil.
So what do they do with the used oil? Can they?
I think they refine it down and make it into other, maybe reuse it. That coal, I don't honestly know what happens to the used oil. I just know it doesn't go into the landfill.
Oh, that's excellent. So yeah, I guess maybe they could make a plastic out of it or something, or well, that's fantastic. Yeah, everything's reusable.
Yeah. So if you've got the 4-liter plastic pail, we'll take it, or if you've got the big 80-gallon drum, we'll handle that as well.
And what are your hours of operation for the oil? Is it the same as the regular?
The oil is 8 to 4. We staff it with some other employees that aren't at the Sarcan depot. So 8 to 4. You can leave your oil here anytime. If you want that container back, have to come between the hours 8 and 4.
Oh, that couldn't be any more convenient.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Okay, so where are we off to now, Steve?
Sure. If we want to just check out the drop-off bins, that I can talk about what those are.
Now, are these drop-off bins open 24 hours?
Yes, this is what you call a transfer station. If you come to Sarcan Depot with your deposits, you take those in, and if you've got some cardboard or some stuff like that you don't know what to do with, we've got bins outside.
Stephen, I know that Rail City in Melville, they had a problem with people dumping garbage. Do you find that too?
That is a problem we have too.
And maybe they just don't, they just don't know, like that, that you're not recycling garbage, right? Like
Absolutely.
You have specific items that you want,
Yeah.
So just to reiterate, and that was a big problem in Melville, and to the point where they had to close down their 24-hour drop-off center.
Yeah, this year there's 4 sites like this in the city, here at Sarcan. The other one is in the north parking lot of the Parkland Mall. The third one is at the Kakawista Gas Bar. And the fourth is at Prairie Harvest Employment, which is on the corner of Melrose and Gladstone. There's also one other bin at the Co-op Foods. So what this here, it's available 24/7 for residents to come and drop off their paper, cardboard, plastic, and tin. Those are the items that we want in the bins. And residents need to keep in mind that we have to handle this material. There are real human beings having to touch the recycling. So the cleaner, the better. We really appreciate nice, clean recycling. Rinse out your milk jugs. Empty out any food debris out of any other of your household plastics. As you can see, it's labeled. We've got a chute for cardboard and a place for paper and a place for the plastic and tin, because we have to sort this. Because at the end of the day, what recycling is reusing something, and we're only able to sell it to be reused if it's sorted into a particular grade.
Absolutely, you're right, and that's exactly why we don't see a sign that says dirty diapers and broken furniture.
Absolutely. So we do have a little bit of problems with that. We'll come into work Monday morning and we'll see someone's garage sale leftover items that are parked outside the bins, and someone might have good intentions thinking we'll use it, but more 9 times out of 10 it goes to the landfill at our cost.
Right, exactly. That's the problem. Usually it's good intentions. They just don't know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and I might have been guilty of that too until I did the show in Melville, and I'm like, oh, of course, makes sense now. So just a word of warning that this is a business, and You know, you guys are geared for specific items.
Yeah. And the Sarcan Depot, it's open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. I know we're not open on the weekends, but that's why we've got the extended hours, 8 in the morning and 6 p.m. So you can get here before work or get here after work.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go check out the new building now?
Yes, we're going to go over to 180 Ball Road. That's where all this paper, plastic, and the household recycling goes.
Now, you know, I said before, I'm from out of town. I know where this is only because I've been here a few times, but, you know, some people might not know where you're located.
Sure.
Right? And basically, how would you describe that? I would say go past what is it?
McMahon and Yates?
Yeah, that place.
Yeah, we're over on Ball Road, and Ball Road is over by the post office or in behind the old Weber's. If those of you that aren't familiar with McMahon and Yates, the corner of a Gladstone and York Road. We're just in the residential area.
Yeah, once you get past there, the old
industrial area, not
the industrial
residential area.
Yeah, exactly. And then
our neighbors, Jay's.
There we are. See, folks, there we are, Jay's. Yeah, you got it. If you're driving and this looks like it, it is. Oh, I see you got some drop-off boxes up there too.
Yeah, that's for clothing.
Oh, okay.
Sure, we could do a
Sure, let's go have a look at that.
Sure.
So, primarily, what do you use the clothing for then?
That there, it ends up in the Value Village shelves.
Really? How are you guys affiliated with Value Village?
We're not affiliated with Value Village per se. The Saskatchewan Institute of Community Living provides us with these bins, and that's a revenue source for that program. So all we do is we have these bins on our site here, and it's for used clothing. As you can see the signs, just nice clean bag clothing into the bins. Once a week they'll come pick it up, and I believe they sell that material back to Value Village, and Value Village retails that. We encourage those that do use the bins to put the items inside the bins. We do see some after hours looting of the material and
that's terrible.
Yeah, you know, so we encourage you to use the bins properly and eliminates a kind of a mess for us on Monday morning.
So Steve, what's all new here?
Well, this here, Cole, we deem this Recyclability Enterprises. And what Recyclability Enterprises is the multi-material processing plant in Yorkton. That's where all the stuff you put out on the curb, paper, cardboard, plastics, this is where it ultimately comes. And we process it. What I mean by process, we sort it all out into different grades. We bale it up and send it off to market.
Wow.
So what in front of us, this piece of equipment is a sorting system. So what this does is all the materials we want sorted goes up on the belt, up to a sorting platform. It's an 8-person sorting system, and what they do is they pull out the different grades into different places. What they're doing is they're sorting out everything but plastic. So off the end of the line, they just want plastic coming off the end of the line. So they're pulling out tin. They're pulling out anything that the Sarcan system will take, any pop cans, pop bottles. They're pulling out garbage, and they're pulling out glass. So, and paper. So what's left is just plastic. We're able to bale all this up into a plastic bale, and sell that to a plastic recycler.
So is this a process that goes on all day, or do you do this in shifts?
Yeah, this would be in shift. They wouldn't run the line 8 hours a day, but 3 or 4 hours a day they're doing this. It depends on the day. Today, Thursday, we get 3 of the green community recycling bins come and get dumped on Thursday mornings. So that's what this particular load is. It's from the residents of Yorkton. They'll use this machine for the Prairie Harvest curbside bus will dump all the bags. They'll come about at noon today. So this afternoon they'll be sorting all the curbside stuff with the machine this afternoon.
And you can facilitate as many as 8 workers up here?
Yeah, it's an 8-person system. Given they're only sorting out the 4 items: tin, deposits, glass, paper, and garbage. We don't need 8 people at this time. The recycling industry changes all the time. We might not be able to sell the plastics the way they're mixed up down the road, but right now we're able to mix it all together, make a bale, and we can sell that. We may need to do more sorting.
Further refine that,
yeah.
then?
So I missed one other sort. They're pulling out milk jugs and milk cartons as well. So the next machine we'll look at is the baler. So everything gets baled, and that's the way it's sold to market. And that baler is also a new capital purchase that we made in the fall. State-of-the-art baler. It allows us to bale paper, cardboard, plastic, aluminum, pretty much everything that the city of Yorkton collects. We can bale it and sell it to market.
So what did you use before the baler?
We had an older version of what you see there. The newer one is just more user-friendly, it's faster, it's safer, less labor-intensive to use. And we had a lot of breakdowns with the old machine as well, so that pushed us to get a newer machine. So that skid steer loader is loading up the baler pit. There's a pit in the floor that feeds the baler. So all the material makes its way up into the hopper, falls down in the baler, and it's compressed.
Now this is all the material that you compress?
Yeah, right now they're making looks like a cardboard bale right now. So they'll bale different things at different times of the day. So those, I see 1, 2, 3, there's 4 finished bales on the floor there. The first 2 closer to the baler looks like newspaper, or we call it a mixed bale, all the paper mixed together, and the 2 closer to us are cardboard bales. And the goal within recycling is to get the most money for your items that you recycle. So cardboard is worth more than mixed paper. So our goal is to sort things as effectively as we can and get the highest value for them. And our last area I'd like to show you is the electronic dismantling site. In Saskatchewan there are 3 dismantlers, and we're one of them. So all the items that are coming in through the SWEET program that's the electronics recycling program into the Sarcan system. Much of that stuff comes to our site here to be destroyed. So I'll show you a quick overview of what it is that they're doing. They're taking apart computers, printers, VCRs, DVDs, breaking them down into the raw components, steel, plastic.
So Steve, if people have these items, do they drop them off in the bins? The same
They drop them off at Sarcan.
at Sarcan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any of the 71 Sarcans will take the electronics.
Great. Let's go have a look at this.
Sure.
So Steve, what parts are they harvesting then specifically, or are they just dismantling it from metal?
Yeah,
to...
so they'd be pulling off wires. They'd be pulling off the green boards out of the CPU units. They'd be pulling the steel, plastics, batteries.
So virtually every part can be recycled somewhere down the line then.
Yeah, we kind of we're advised by the SWEET program what they want taken off, and that's our job. So that would be a full tub skid here that would come from Sarcan. This is stuff that was collected. I can see an amplifier, there's a printer, there's a keyboard, so all kinds of different stuff that they're tearing down. And that's kind of afterward. This is what, this would be plastics.
Oh, fantastic.
So we'll put that through our baler, we'll bale all that up. Same thing with the steel. The steel will get teared off and baled up.
Well, this is great. So thank you so much, Steve. This is great, and what a worthwhile project and a company this is. And so why don't you reiterate for us the overview of the company, your hours and location?
Sure. Within our recycling operations, that's the Sarcan. It's open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more information on Sarcan and what you can take and can't take, go to www.sarcan.ca. Great website. Eco Center, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's the oil recycling center. Showed you the clothing bin. That's available 24/7. Over here at our multi-material site, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Yeah, Saskabilities. We divert materials from the landfill, create some jobs, win-win.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Steve. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Okay, take care.
Bye.